And we're videoing.
Let's go over here in the grass. Well, we'll just try it right here.
Stop video. I'll get the part that went over here.
Hey guys, I'm going to give you a little background on this video. This is actually a series of videos that I put together on how to build a 3-inch quad, Marty 140 quad. It actually is a 3-inch quad, 140mm wheelbase. I didn't want to do a video like everybody else does where it all, where they order twice the parts and everything just sort of works out. I'm going to show you how I went about building this 140mm 3-inch wheelbase quad that I have called Marty. Okay, we've been building this 140mm quad Marty. I got my kids helping me again. I got Zach and Xander helping me again in this video. And this time we're going to put the flight controller on there. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and take this top back off. We put the frame together the last time. We're going to leave it apart this time until we get the whole stack built. But I just wanted to put it together so we can get a good idea of where everything's going to go and what it's going to look like. And now we're going to start putting the ESC and the flight controller. Got some little dampeners. I'm going to soft mount this flight controller. Or I'm going to soft mount the stack. I don't know if I'm going to soft mount each component. You got a question, Xander?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Marty 240 Smalls. I got it from the Smalls part off of Slim and Maddie.
Okay. We're going to put that over there and those over there. And this is what we're going to work with. And I might want to go ahead and take these standoffs off. Let's just go ahead and break it all down.
And we're technically still restarted.
Yeah, but building the frame kind of gave us a good idea of what everything looks like and where it's going to go. So we're just going to put those over there. Okay, we got our soldering iron for this one. We're going to solder up some pads on the ESC. Alright, there we go. So this is the front. This is the back. We're going to slide these screws right on over out of the way. Probably need to put these in a bag since we're not going to need them till the end. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's put them back in a bag. We'll just put them all in one bag. Just going to put screws and standoffs and everything right here in this little bag. Alright.
You put them back in the bag because you need to make sure you do not lose them.
That's right. So, everything back in the bag. Now, slide that over. So we've got this ESC, and we've got these standoffs. I think the ESC comes with some standoffs, or the flight controller. We'll find out when we open it up. And we got these soft mount. We got these soft mounts to go in there. So let's just go ahead and open up this package of, got some paperwork. Yep. Got some more standoffs in there. And there is our ESC. Now, this is where our flight controller plugs in. Are you looking, Xander? This is where our flight controller plugs in. And these are where our motors solder on. And these are our little mounting holes for our standoffs. And on this side, we have our battery pads, positive and ground. I don't have an XT60 for the battery, so I've had to order one, so we'll have to come back and put that on later. But we can go ahead and start putting everything together, and we can solder that on later. But we're going to go ahead and put some solder on all these pads. Yes, Sandra?
The most important thing about taking care of your drone, do not crack the things that protect your propellers.
You're talking about, we don't have propeller guards on this build. Yeah. You're talking about your little toy drones, yeah. So, we got some more standoffs, and this little cable right here, you see this little cable, Xander? This little cable plugs in right here, and then it plugs into the flight controller. So we'll take care of that later, but we're going to put this little package aside for right now. So, what we need to do is, we need to go ahead and solder these guys up. I'm going to put a little flux right on the solder. I don't have a brush, so I'm going to try and just, this flux should help us out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and tin up all these pads. See these little pads? So we're going to put a little flux. It's old school soldering with flux. These new kids don't even use flux, man. They plop that stuff down. Flux actually is too big of a glob right here next to these other.
Wait for it to heat up, because it might burn you.
Alright, now my solder tip is a little deformed, and I thought I had a new tip, but turns out it's for a different style iron. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get a little solder on each of these little pads right here. So we're going to get in there and heat this up. This is the ground pad, so it may...
Is it supposed to smoke?
Yes. See how that took? See how we got some solder on the pad? That ground pad is kind of hard to get it to take, because sometimes, well, it's just the resistance of the ground pad. Oh. I hope I didn't bridge that. Yes, Sandra.
So you can know how to solder. You should always watch videos that use some soldering.
We'll have to go back and double check that, but I think I may have bridged this battery lead over to these resistors.
That wouldn't be good.
Well, if I did.
You just stay in for a second, then you come out.
Oh. It doesn't take much.
Yes. One takes a little pressure.
Alright. Now let's find out what's going on. Did I bridge this? Let's clean this tip up. Get me some black. So alright, now I hadn't tightened them all the way down yet, because we're going to need these. Now, which way we want our battery to come out? To the back? Xander, do you want the battery leads to come out to the back or to go out to the front? Out to the back. Some people like to mount them so they go off to the side, but so if we go out to the back like that, we can go right down each side right there, just past this standoff or around the standoff and down, something like that. Figure that out when we get our XT60 cable in. So what we do is we just sort of line these up. Yes, Sandra? Now I'm not tightening these down, I'm just sort of putting them in here to kind of get an idea, line everything up. So they go all the way out to the extent, all the way out as far as there we go. Of course, there we go. Of course, we're not going to want to do any soldering with these nylon in there. Alright, you got a pair of pliers over there, Xander? Tighten down these. Let me see. Here we go, guys. We're going to tighten these down. Not too tight, but tight enough to hold everything in place. Okay. I think that's a good place to stop for tonight. What do you think?
I think we should put all that stuff, like the frame and stuff, back on.
No, we're not going to put everything back on. We're going to put the motors on next and trim our wires, and then we'll take this off and solder our wires back, and then we'll put it back together. Yes, Sandra?
I think we should do that in our next movie.
Yeah. The next one we're going to put the motors on, like I said, and then run our wires and cut them to length. And then we'll take this ESC back off, and we'll solder our motor wires down. And when we get our XT60 in, we're gonna solder in there. Alright, see you next video.
It will be more interesting with the goggles on. Oh, go. Get it high off the ground.
There, don't follow it.
Why?
You get seriously hurt with this. Oh, flip. Flip again.
I don't know what that's all about.
Battery?
Oh!
Hold on.
Stop video.